Hi, it's Jen back with a very Merry Christmas Sew Along. We're now on our gift blocks. Some of the things we've already learned along the way come into play on this particular block. We're going to make 9 of those, 5 in one color combination, 4 in another. We will start off, of course, sizing those fabrics before we cut them out if you haven't already cut your fabrics, just like always. And one of the things that we've learned from our makers on this particular block, some input that I received, and we can actually focus on the bottom of the block first if we want, or the top, either way, is to make sure that this is actually pinned at the bottom and doesn't kind of walk. I know that's happened to me. I'll pin really well, and I think everything is stacked beautifully. And as I'm coming toward the end of that, it seems like the piece on the top ends up being longer. It's like it moves, even though I have this pinned. But this is something we want to make sure is locked in very well, and you're sewing slowly to achieve a perfect 1/4 inch seam allowance here. I think one of the reasons we wanted to emphasize that is, you can imagine a ribbon, on our gifts. We want that to be as perfect as we can, not distorted or wide or narrow in certain places. And press to the green, be really gentle with that, avoid steam with this so we don't have any distortion. And again, sewing on the either side of that. We can once again, if we want to, we can sew on this side. Let's pin on the bottom. And we'll get this portion of our block done. And once again, press and truly press, not iron if you can. There, from the back, and then we'll press again from the front. We want to make sure we didn't take any tucks in that. And you'll set that portion apart. In our previous block, for our holly, we had our square, and then we basically snowballed those corners. Same idea here. You'll grab your square, a little bit smaller than our holly blocks with our snowman. And here, once again, you're adding this to the corner, either drawing the line or using the diagonal seam tape as you get more comfortable with that. Sew on the line and flip to the outside on both sides. That's what you'll have here. And then we went ahead and trimmed that away. There's a note. I want to point this out to you, and it is not something mentioned in the pattern. We love to have interlocking seams. To do that, there has to be a little bit of thought about which direction to press to achieve that. In order to have interlocking seams here, as the note says, we'll press 1 toward the green and 1 toward the white. So in this instance, I will press away, which is natural. We're used to doing that. I have to be careful. That's bias there because it's on the diagonal, that I don't distort my shape. So I have to be very careful about that. So as we look at this here, if this is our holly, if we press this unit over here also away, when we place that right side together, all of these seams would be on the same side. If you want to have interlocking seams, and it's a great goal to have, instead of pressing this one also to the white, we're going to press it back toward the green. So let's warm the seam, flip it here and press from this side. Not necessarily intuitive, but the result you're going to like. Here, we'll warm that up. Press to the back. Make sure we didn't take any tucks. Now, when we have these come together, as they need to, when I place them right side together, look at the interlocking seams that happened. Remember when I said it's worth it? This is what I'm talking about. So here, again, right sides together. This is the side that needs to be sewn. We don't want to start from here and have to worry about these rolled seams. We're going to start, actually I guess it doesn't matter, right? You're going to have a rolled seam on the front or the back. I like to see any seam that might roll on the upside, not behind me or beneath where I can't see. So we will sew on this side with a very accurate 1/4 inch. Let me just realign that. I think I moved a bit. So slowly here. Let's see, I figured we were going to press that open. Having interlocking seams increases your likelihood. Two things happen. Having interlocking seams means you're going to have more likely the points are going to match and your block will lie flatter. Both goals of any quilt block you're ever going to make. Points come together, block lies flat. We all want that. These are some of the techniques you can use. Again, a little bit of a deviation, I think, from the pattern. Maybe it's in there, but I don't think that is in there. And it's something we discovered helped us be a little more accurate. Points are coming together beautifully, blocks lying flat. Here on this end, we'll just sew that to either side. Let me go do that. And you can imagine when I open that up, there's a lot of seams and nothing here. So we will press to the outside. On both ends. Yep. Now, as we place this together, of course, our unit is on top. Let's get rid of any extra threads. We don't need any of that. We want that center seam to split that ribbon. And so this is, of course, where I'm just visually looking. Of course, if everything was perfect, I'm just going to pin, and that lands exactly where it should. And it looks like that's actually going to happen for us. I think we've been pretty accurate with our 1/4 inch seam, but I'm still going to pin there first. So we split that and land right in the middle, pin in our corners. Let's go complete our block. Let's see, how did we end up pressing? We ended up pressing downward. And I can see that that block really wants to do that. So I think we'll follow suit with that. Easy peasy, right? Blocks are you're getting more comfortable. We've been able to use some previous skills we learned. And then learned how pressing seams in alternate directions helps a block lie flatter. Just like before, we're making, multiples of this block, adding the sashing in between. Certainly refer to the pattern, take a measurement check, and decide how well you're doing. Do you need to maybe add a little bit of extra in here, maybe add a little bit of a coping strip out there? A lot of fun, a simple little block here, the gift block. I love Christmas. My favorite part is giving gifts. It's exciting. I love to be able to think about the people in my life and pick very special gifts for them. So I love this block for that reason. We are moving right along. Join the conversation if you haven't already. Maybe there's someone else in our group that's maybe struggling or looking for some advice, some pointers. By all means, I'm just one voice. I love for others to chime in, encourage others, offer some tips and techniques, maybe different than what I've shown. Thanks so much, and I will see you next month as we continue, next week. I'm so used to these being on a monthly basis. Next week as we continue our very Merry Christmas So Long.